Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be an update on the 58-gallon tank. So here's day 92 on the reef. To start off, all the fish are doing very well. The yellow tang, the wrasse, the two clowns, and the anthea, they're all doing really well. They're eating mysis. The tang is eating nori. That's basically what I feed, so there's no signs of aggression. The clowns are showing no aggression towards each other or to other fish. So the strategy to add them in last worked out really well. The tang is in its own world, the anthea is in her own world, the wrasse is in his own little world. Everyone's all separated into their own world, and it worked out really well. So over the past weekend, I picked up some new coral. One of the new coral is a wild-caught staghorn. This one in particular has a purple/blue tip with a maroonish/red stem. It's a really nice piece. So far I haven't seen much response from him. He's opening up his polyps, I would say a quarter or halfway, but not that full 100%. But it's only been a couple days, so hopefully once it's done acclimating to the tank, it really starts to respond and take off and start growing crazy. Another coral I got over the weekend, in the middle of the screen you see, is a purple Volita. This one has green tips and a purple stem. It's a really nice piece. It's already encrusted onto the plug from the guy I got it from. He's showing really good response on polyp extension. I wouldn't say it's 100%, but it's definitely 3/4 of the way there, and it's responding really well to the tank. So hopefully in the next few weeks we start seeing some good growth and it starts taking off in the tank. None of these corals are in the permanent position just yet. I want to add a few more corals before I start deciding on positioning, so I can get that nice little balance in the tank and have a good contrast in colors. So finally, the last coral I got over this weekend is a type of Millie. I'm not sure if it's a rainbow Millie or some sort of yellow Millie, but we'll see in the next few days once it's fully acclimated to the tank. It's showing, I would say, halfway on polyp extension. It's not at 100% just yet, but just like the other coral, it takes time. Hopefully once they're into their permanent positions, they look really good and they start taking off on growth, so I can start fragging them. So now for a quick little update on the existing coral I had. Here's the red Monty. As you can see, it has 100% full polyp extension. It looks really cool. It's starting to show a lot more color than it used to, and it's starting to show a tiny bit of growth. You can kind of see a very thin sliver of white on the rim, which is really cool to see, and it's starting to really color up from what it was in the holding tank. So the red Monty is responding very well in the tank. And here's the green Monty. This Monty isn't doing as great as the red one. It's starting to color up a little more than it was before. I've noticed this under actinics because I see way more green than it used to have before. It's definitely extending its polyps all the way, just like the red Monty. It's just not coloring up as fast as the red one, but it is a little less hardier than the red one, so it should take more time. I'm not in a rush, so it's going to stay in here for a while, and we'll see what happens to both the Montys for that. Last but not least, here's my rose bubble tip anemone. That spot is actually where I first put it in, and it hasn't moved from that spot since, and it's really exciting seeing that it's not crawling all over my tank, destroying all my coral. My clowns still haven't hosted in it, but you can definitely see that it's checking it out, and they're thinking about something. So hopefully they start hosting the anemone soon. The anemone is starting to show a lot more color than it used to in the holding tank. I'm pretty sure it's because it's not getting as intense lighting as it was before. I'm starting to see some purple dots on the actual tips of the anemone, and the stems are starting to show a hue or a tint of green, which you can definitely see under actinics, and it's really cool to see it starting to color back up after it lost a bit of color in the holding tank. So adding to the update is a little biopellet update. So far everything is doing very well. Everything is going according to plan. I'm not seeing any nuisance algae in the tank at all. I see tiny dots of green on my rock, which is a good sign that the rock is maturing and it's getting ready to go through its cycle from brown to green to purple. And my experiment was that I wanted to skip that brown step that you get from the nitrate spike, which is why I ran the biopellets on the initial start of the cycle. So I was trying to prevent this nitrate spike and prevent this algae outbreak of diatoms. So far, I think it's working. I'm not sure. I'm starting to see green, and I haven't even seen any diatoms just yet. So hopefully it continues at this pace and the green takes over and I don't see any diatoms. If that's true, then my little experiment worked out, and it is true that if you start your biopellets at the same time as your cycle, you do have a possibility to prevent that huge algae outbreak you get from cycling. Also, this is my little skimmer who's doing really well. This is a Reef Octopus NWB 110, I believe. It's a 4-inch needle wheel skimmer who's doing absolutely amazing. It's pulling out all sorts of stuff from the biopellets that's releasing all these bacterial strings and stuff like that. It's doing a really great job. I really do recommend this skimmer. So that's about it for this update. It's a nice little short one. I didn't have much to show you guys, but I definitely did want to put something out there. I want to show you guys the progression of the tank. I'm going to try to do this on a weekly basis, especially since I'm conducting that little biopellet experiment, and I want to keep this documented somewhere, and YouTube's a great place to keep it. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you dislike it, hit that dislike. Any comments, suggestions, whatever, put them in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate a subscribe. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.